What is up, everybody? Today is Sunday, and we're going to be running a little bit of an indie game playthrough to see how much we like this new game, Ruffy and the Riverside. This is the platformer that actually came across as being something that is reminiscent of a lot of games like Paper Mario or even games like Banjo-Kazooie. So I'd like to give it a shot and then give my first impressions, as well as some of the things that I think can be improved, changed, as well as some of the things that, what are people saying about the game right now that we can actually address? So let's look into it. Adventure Star. The power to open doors and distant places full of adventure. Look. Okay, so like a little look at a world's approach, like Mario or like Crash Bandicoot. Very platformer-esque. Definitely very Crash Bandicoot. I will say so far, I like the paper style. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I will say that the art does kind of clash a bit. Like this style with this, like the walls look different from the floors, and then look different from the trees. Like it looks like it's almost different entirely. Like this has a little bit more detail and fine prints. Looks a bit flatter, like it is paper, like the rest. Whereas this looks a bit more three-dimensional and flat. Whereas like the tones are flat, with less detail and outlining. Whereas if they made them pop more, same thing with like the stones and the walls, I think that would be a little bit better. I will say this should have a little bit more reaction to it. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing or what this is. I don't know what did it different that time, but it worked. What's this? Wax? Ooh, maybe I should do it the other way. So light these up. This up. Yeah, see, that's hella intuitive. I like that a lot. I think it's fine that the transfers and changes aren't permanent either. Like, I don't think it has to be permanent, but I think some permanence would be nice, to show that you're making changes in the worlds and like you're actually like making modifications. Does it stay? It does stay. I don't know. It does. This game does give me a lot of ideas as far as like ways to expand upon what it's currently doing. I think it's doing a great job as far as like giving enough exploration. That's what you want to do in these games. You don't really want to do missions necessarily. You just want to explore as far as you can. All right, you want to solve all the riddles of the tiles. Well, then pay attention. 8 strangers wanted to be brothers and look exactly like all others, but one of them, the oldest crook, refused to alternate his look. Quite tricky, but just have a try. If you make a mistake, I'll reset the tiles for you. If you really can't figure it out, I can reveal the solution to you, but that won't be cheap. Okay. So 8 wanted to look the same. There's no way I guessed that right. To be careful into the wall. As long as that wild tree is looking for trouble, you won't stand a chance. Please forgive me for saying something so vicious, but that tree really should just be burned to the ground. Ah, yes. I see now. So I was right. You do want to change some things a little bit more semi-permanently. See if I can do it without modifying the whole world, though. Oops, wrong way. That's not what I wanted. That way I can use this, right? Oh, I could change it. I think I changed it here. Yep. Okay, there it is. Right. There we go. See what he says after. I always like to see if it changes or if it just kind of keeps the same. Yeah. I wish that would change, for sure. Like, same thing with that. You know, we went through the portal, we did the thing, so. Did it climb this, I guess? Not letting me change the wall here. Ooh. I'm supposed to be able to do this? Oh yeah, it's open. Never mind. We're good. Uh-oh. I can't change it. What? I couldn't do it earlier. That was weird. So now we can... Oh, we can right click it, but we can't left? Okay, a little... I don't know if that was the intention, but hey, it worked. It works, it works, it works. Okay. And then what's this? What? I can't change anything with it. I feel like that's for something, but I can't tell. See, I like that it kind of confirms that, like, I was supposed to change it that way when it stays that way. I like being able to change everything and then the right things stay that way versus only being able to change certain things. There's no way that's just a celebration thing. See? Okay. So you can make portals take you to different sides when the colors match. Security doors nobody can get open. Really wonder what they're hiding in there. Okay. Maybe we need to change the material. Something green. Word. All right, all right. They really thought these in depth. I'm Quintus, founder and first president of the Lepidopteran Brotherhood. What is that supposed to be? Well, butterflies. What else? I admire butterflies. The most beautiful creatures in the world. We are the Brotherhood, set out to describe every butterfly in the clever book. How many do we have already? Well, not many. The problem is we currently have a bit of a membership problem. I'm going to skip that word every single time after reading it the first time. Just a heads up. All right. Actually, there's only one member at the moment. It's myself. But now you have joined. Okay, yep. If you see a butterfly, grab it, then carefully bring it to me and I'll bring it to Butterfly Bible. I'll give you generous reward. I hereby appoint you. I hope this gives me more than just like a check mark. I hope it gives us stuff. All right, you're back. Let me see right now. First contact, fantastic. What do we have here? Could this really be? Yes, a red tornado spinner. Family of gliders. Supposedly a tornado spinner can cause bad hurricanes when they flap their wings. I wonder if this is like true facts or this is made up stuff. I hope it's true. Hopefully we will stay awake for one short while into life. A yellow storm sailor belongs to one of our family sunspotters. Nothing knocks this butterfly down. Sails through the wildest storms and lets you carry faraway lands. What a brave little butterfly. This is a white cloud sleeper. It belongs to the family. I need to see visuals too. Like I won't know if I've collected say 10 and then which one it was that did that. Okay, so you can notify, you can go through them. Okay, cool. That's neat. What's this though? Maybe like all missions. Maybe they have their own collectibles as well. Okay. Yeah, I like the way of like say Rayman, where getting the collectibles earns you stuff. Go to the customers and swap new pictures on their canvases. Okay. It's not a sunset. Okay, so they want certain ones. Assume how many times do you think the sun has already set? Surely 1,000 times, or maybe never at all. Okay. You got it down pat. Now take care of the other two customers. Okay. Probably this one. Maybe a butterfly though. Forest with lots of animals in it. Okay. Okay, there you go. I probably should talk to them first. Let's see if they probably tell me. Do a little swap for me. Those flowers look lovely. Okay. See, this is something where it's like the game designed it, but action designed it better. So in the sense that I was doing these wrong, but the way it did it this way was less intuitive, took longer than it should have. So I rather would have just failed first and then done it again. One of those strange things about game design, I'm sure. Oh, funny, it's not changing that. Thought it would. The stone? No. How come that changed but not the other? I get that they want me to solve this maybe a certain way, but kind of not loving that. We just avoid it. It's like things like this. It's a stone, but maybe if I turn it into grass, it's not as menacing, right? I think it just wants me to run under it. Oh, almost missed it. Make you water? Nope. Can't really change a lot of things here. Okay, so I got one of these again, so maybe this will tell me. How do I change it to where this gets out of the water? Always remember 3 golden rules. Do as many tricks as possible. I love these in platformers. Oh my god. This is great. So we can rotate in air, but we want to make it flat. All right, ready? Short, and then a normal. Long. Okay. Long, you gotta like start the moment you get in the air. Okay. So you kind of just spam it as you're going down. All right, I think I got the methodology down. Yeah, only up to 360 it seems. This is so fun. Okay. All right, so that one counted up to 900 right there. Oh, I did not land that trick though. There we go. In the bag. Easy now, easy now. Boom. All right. We'll let this play on the side. Honestly, I think the game does a very good job of making it to where you want to explore. They have enough like classic platformer puzzles that feel good in the game, while also giving you enough room to fail and explore, but still like feel like you want to figure it out. Like there's things that are obvious enough to where it's like you don't necessarily need yellow outlining or yellow paint to know what you're doing. You just gotta be a little bit intuitive. I do like that it doesn't hold your hand a bunch. But with that, the custom consequences as well, there are situations where you're like, what am I supposed to do here? Mine was mainly the tower. Like there's got to be a way to get up there, right? You know, a lot of things can be trial and error, and the game doesn't feel so punishing that I ever felt like it was too brutal. I like that they threw a bunch of puzzles into the demo to give you a sneak preview in that. Now, some of the negatives about the game, I think that the art textures of things like the walls, the stone, do clash a bunch with the rest of the game. To me, it doesn't necessarily make a whole bunch of sense why one thing is like flat like paper, whereas the rest isn't. I don't know if the game would benefit from the whole game being that style. I understand that the art style of the characters is very unique. But to me, it honestly doesn't feel like any of it needs to really be the paper. If that's the case, or all of it needs to be the paper. Like the difference there isn't 100% clear. Additionally, with changing of the textures, it's not always clear what you can change and be changed. I think there needs to be a tutorial level where it's like, well, you can change water to lava, you can change stone textures to wood, or you can decorate things, etc. And then with that, you need to be able to, I think you need to have like an understanding from if you're going to put it in the game naturally, it needs to be like clear. Well, this is what I can swap this with. I don't think that limiting those texture changes are always a good thing, because what happens is players will end up either one, being confused, or two, being frustrated because they're like, well, I could change this, it's just not letting me because it's not the specific one it wants me to do. Let there be failure, or let it change, but it just be wrong. You know, it doing nothing makes you feel like, oh, well, next time I come across it, I'm not going to think of doing it because it didn't work last time. Creates this sort of like bad relationship between the player and the game, where it's like, well, I can't trust it to always do the right thing, so now I got to try everything every single time. Whereas if you establish the rules, then it's like, okay, now it's clear. Whereas I'm seeing now that maybe I should change that water to ice, and maybe that was the reason. I'm not 100% clear. Mine specifically was the chest that was right under the bridge, to where it felt like that area didn't it didn't allow me anything to really bring that chest to the surface. There wasn't anything telling me in a clear way that this is how you do it. I can understand that later in the game, like, hey, you got to figure this out because you've learned some things. But in the beginning of the game, it's like, I don't know. So with that being said, I think the game itself is very promising, has a lot of really great features that are very reminiscent of old platformers that I enjoy a lot. This game does well where Yuka and Laylee failed, unfortunately. Yuka and Laylee was one of those things I backed when it was Kickstarter, because I love Banjo-Kazooie, and this does all the things that a game like Banjo-Kazooie should do. There's some things that clash, there's some things that aren't clear, but I mean, that's not all, albeit like super punishing. I would give it overall, from this just demo experience, I would give it easily an 8 out of 10. It's very, very awesome quality game that I would easily play on the Switch, or have my kids play on the Switch, that I would equate to the quality of something like Hat in Time, where it requires you to constantly think and adapt to what your skill set is and to the abilities that you have. I do hope that later on that they add things to make the game like you have more abilities than you have from the start, kind of like how you build things on when in Banjo-Kazooie, whenever you give abilities to the bird, you know, like you're doing more things now, and now I'm shooting eggs from my back half, you know, or he's carrying me so I can walk around faster, like just something to make it to where it's like I'm getting more as time goes on. Say it's more abilities from the bee, maybe I can fly further, maybe I can jump higher, maybe I can do a little bit more with my personal ability to change textures. I think there's ways to upgrade that, and I hope that's introduced later in the game. But with that said, I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope it gave you like a nice in-depth look into the game, and whether or not you'd like to try it. And with that said, of course, give this video a like if you liked it, subscribe to the page while you're at it. But until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.